Welcome back to Good Germs Off-Road Adventures, and welcome once again to the shop. We've got a little bit of housekeeping to do today. So we have to clean up all the quads, ATVs, four-wheelers. Look, I don't know where you're from. Where are you from? So I've had a few people comment finally. There was a dude up in Nova Scotia, and he said four-wheelers. Had a dude out in Arizona, he said quads, just like us in California do. And then, we had another dude over in North Carolina, and he also said four-wheelers. So keep them coming. I'm curious what you call these things, depending on where you're at in the country or even the world. Anyway, you can see these things are they're quite dirty. They did 2 camping trips in a row, and have not yet had a chance to clean them up. Also need to look at just giving them, a once over, have a look at them, check the oils, things like that. Also clean the air filters. I'm sure they're quite dirty. But before we do any of that, we've got to clean the quads up. Before we can do any of that, though, had to fix the pressure washer. Hose broke, O-ring broke, and the power cable thing decided to come loose, so fixed all that. That's ready to go. But the other thing we have to address is Dusty here. Well, she's sitting on a tire that doesn't really have a lot of air in it. One of our recent trips, sidewall got a bit gashed, so we managed to patch it. It doesn't hold air very well still, but it holds air better than it did, and it got us through a second weekend of camping and riding. Of course, we had to stop about every hour and put some more air in it, and that's okay. But we're going to have to put wind in that just to get it moved out, get it cleaned up, and we do have some new tires for it. We'll talk about those a little later on. We do have new tires for it, so we'll go ahead, get these things out, get them cleaned up, get the air filters cleaned up, and then we'll run over to the tire shop and, switch out the flat tire for one that's not so flat. Yep. Okay. Take this off. Yep. Should we empty these? Are we going to wash inside here? I don't know. Probably should. Although this one's not dirty in here. I think we'll leave that one alone. That's okay. And it kind of reach. Definitely empty out this though. There we go. Oh, gonna need a new Velcro on the back of that. That's groovy. I think I've already emptied the one on the back of Dusty over here, because I think the only thing that was in the back of here was that cooler. Oh no. Some toilet paper. The strap. There we go. Now she's empty. Okay. Well, now that's weird, isn't it? Well, why are you dying? Are you cold? Why are you wanting to be funny? You're just cold. And I think, given the way Darth acted, we'll go ahead and start up Dusty and get this thing running while we get some wind in the tire. Found a marker and a pin down here, in case any of y'all are interested. Ruby's probably going to put up a little fight. She, well, she doesn't like the cold. So I'm expecting this old girl to just argue with me a little bit. Especially when it doesn't want to engage. Yep. Still thinking about it. Wait. Almost. Let the starter cool down for a minute. She's just a little cold-blooded. I think a lot of that's due to, well, the carburetor's empty. And I do have her jetted for the higher altitudes. It seems to make her a bit more cold-blooded. There she is. You know, that starter not engaging right away, that's somewhat typical of these older Polaris. Every now and then they just don't engage. I don't know why. It's kind of a noisy, annoying starter. Can we turn the choke off? Probably won't idle just yet. Oh wait, there she goes. Okay, and lastly, let's dig out the chicken hawk over here. Get him unplugged. Get the lift out of here. I'm missing the cotter pin. Where'd the pin go? It's probably laying somewhere. It's all right. Now, I don't remember if I turned the fuel on this off or not. So I guess we'll find out. I need the key. I'm also going to need to pull it out because there's a transmission jack hiding under the back end of it, and you can see this big ladder just sitting right here. There we go. All right, let's see if the old dude will agree with us. If you watch the review on this here quad, you know, he started right up. Let's see if he's willing to do that again. Something tells me I may have turned the gas off. So let's go have a look at that. You might also remember how far up in here that thing is. Okay. Let's try again. And there he is. Well, he's cold, you know. Several hours later. All right, well, let's go ahead. We're going to get the air filters out of these, you know, so we can clean the air filters. But I really didn't think that far ahead because now I've just blocked in the chicken hawk back there. And, well, I'm going to have to climb over the nice clean quads, ATVs, four-wheelers, whatever it is you want to call them. That's okay. Mm-hmm. There we go. Now you can't see what I'm doing. That's okay. If you've ever had a vehicle, you know to change the air filter what you have to do. Yep, and this is a messy one. Yeah, and there we go. There's the uni out of the chicken hawk. I don't think it's supposed to make that much dust when you give them a toss. Okay. I'm not sure, but I think I mentioned before, I like the uni filters. And this is a uni, you just can't tell because of the color. You know, usually they're red on the outer filter, but This one's not red and hasn't been red for a minute. I just made a big old pile on the floor that now I'm going to have to clean up. Super. Okay. Come over here. And it's the same. And you know what's also great is the uni filter part number for these new 570s. You know, it's the same as old Ruby Sue over there. And even the same as the old 500 that we used to have. All the same filter part. That's kind of neat. Hey, this one's not so bad. It's mostly red. And then we'll go ahead and get the one out of Dusty over here real quick. You don't need to see that. But I guarantee this one's going to be a little dirty. Oh yeah. Yeah, we didn't name her Dusty for no reason. Yummy. All right, so, you know, cleaning the filters is not too big of a deal. I like to use the Uni foam filter cleaner, which I don't always use it. Sometimes I've used just some Simple Green, or maybe some Totally Awesome, or maybe some dollar store degreaser. Most of it works pretty good, but we're going to go ahead and use this Uni stuff. Just spray it on. See, it just kind of makes the dirt go away. It smells real good too. No, it stinks pretty good. Yeah. Look at this one out of Ruby. I don't even know how this is so bad. Well, I know how it's so bad. I've ignored it for a while. That's exactly how it's so bad. Yep. This is crumbling all over. That's fantastic. All right. Yeah, that is gross. See what I mean? They are red. I promised you that. Alright, this is the cleanest one, in case you can't tell. This is out of my claw, but even it's got a little bit of dirty on it, but it's not too bad. Microphone has slipped down. That's okay. And out of Dusty. Look at that. That is gross. Look at it just falling off of there. That is horrible. Yuck. Okay. This stuff works pretty good. What we're going to do now is get the stuff off the hands. And not lose my balance, because that would be maybe funny for you, but I don't think I'd like that too much. There we go. Look at that. That looks pretty good. Yep. Why is there a dark spot right there? Because there was a dirty spot. Okay. That looks pretty good. Next, oh, my pant leg's getting nice and gross. And finally, all right, filters are clean. Oh, yep. Well, it seems that once again I've forgotten to turn the microphones on. So I'm just going to talk you through what's going on here. As you can see, I'm using a red jack to lift the rear of the quad. ATV. Four-wheeler. You tell me. So we're going to pick it up off the ground so we can go ahead and get the wheels off. Now, what am I doing here? Oh, yep, I'm going to knock some dust off of the rolling bench seat thing. Walk around the bench, go and pick up, I'm assuming, an impact wrench and a battery. Let's see if that's what I did. Yep. Grab the impact wrench and a battery. For those that are curious, that's the Hercules 3/8 impact wrench. Okay. Now I'm going to grab a socket, test fit it on the lug nut. Yep, that fit. Great. I'm going to walk back over to the left rear tire. Now this is the tire that's flat, and you can tell because the shape is different than the one on the other side. We're going to put it on, reverse mode, and we're just going to take out the lug nuts. There was one, and I believe this is the second one. Yep, that's number 2. Number 3 is next, and surprisingly, number 4 will be after number 3, and that will be it. So we'll set the, wrench down on the shelf there, and then we're just going to roll this tire right out of the way. There it goes. Then we're going to roll in to the other side, drop the impact wrench on the ground, pick it up, and then once again we're going to take out, you guessed it, 4 more lug nuts. Yeah, there's one. And the second one will be next, followed by the third one, and then the fourth one, that will come last. And then once again we'll just pull the tire wheel assembly off of the back of the quad, and we'll just scoot that on out the way. Now I believe in this next shot, we're going to open up the back of the Excursion. Yep, I was right. We're going to open that up. And I believe we opened it because we're going to put the tires in there. Let's see. Where'd I go? Oh wait, there I am. Oh, and look at that superhuman strength. I'm carrying both of the new tires at once. That just shows how super strong I am. Yep, alright. Where are we going? Oh, I bet we're going to go get the old ones now. Yep. Yep, there I am. Oh, there's one of the old ones. Apparently that's the one that still has air in it. And so I assume at this point we're going to go back inside and grab the one that does not have any air in it. Yep, there it is. And we'll just, apparently we're just going to toss that in like we don't care. Alright, well, we'll close it up and apparently mosey back into the shop. Alright, so while we go to, the tire shop, we're just going to park all these air filters on a cart with a towel under them, right under the shop heater here. And we're just going to turn that on, and maybe that'll help speed up the, drying of, all the filters. That'd be nice, so we can go ahead and put those back on later, maybe when we get back from the tire shop. Sure, okay. Hello there. Okay. We have to do the thing, you know. The power stroke has to do the power for the stroke before it can even think about stroking on the power to do the power stroke thing. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Is this seatbelt going to be in the way? Oh, it might be all right. Maybe move it down. Okay. Oh, it's toasty. So anyway, earlier I mentioned I would tell you about the tires. So, you know, Polaris, and they've done this for a long time, but they also did it with these Sportsman 570s, the, you know, whatever it is, the premium and the trail. They put the nice 26-inch tires on there, but they're a different width. You know, they're on a 14-inch rim, which is fine, but the width on them is smaller than what, you know, most of the aftermarket tires are. And they're, you know, they're made by Duro. They're called a Duro Power Grip. I'm sure that has some kind of meaning. But anyway, they're kind of a weird size. They're about an inch narrower than most of the aftermarket sizes that everybody makes. So finding something that's the same size is impossible. And you can't just go, you know, all the places, they don't carry the Duro Power Grip tires. So, you know, I called Chaparral, I called Mountain Motorsports, I called Temecula Motorsports, which is where the where the quads came from. I've called all the dealers, and all of them are literally, their parts departments were like, yeah, I've never heard of that. It's like, really? Because the quads on your showroom have those. Yeah, I never heard of it. Okay, sure. Anyway, oh, that's a cool truck over there. Oh, watch the road. Anyway, so I ended up ordering them online, and the reason why I went with just the factory tires, well, they're still pretty new, you know, they're not old. So I wanted to go with the factory tires, so I checked around, looked at my normal place, Rocky Mountain, ATVMC2.com, and they could get them, but they're, you know, like $150, $160 each. But then I found them on Partzilla for the same price, free shipping. But when you add them to cart on Partzilla, there's a discount, and they were $112 each, which it's a pretty good discount, so I was pretty happy with that. So that's where I got them. I got them from Partzilla.com, and they're the factory, you know, the OEM tires. The other thing I did notice is you could get the Duro Power Grip, those same tires, from other websites, but they weren't quite the same. So the Polaris, the power grips that the Polaris puts on, they're a 6-ply rated tire, and the tires from all the websites, I think I found them on Amazon, Walmart.com, and a few others, but the all those tires were all 4-ply. So you have to be careful if you're trying to get the OEM 6-ply Duro Power Grip tires, which I like the tires, they're good tires so far, you know, except for the one that lost a sidewall with a hole that we can't figure out how it happened. Anyway, besides that, they're good tires. What was I even talking about? Tires. Yeah. You just have to be careful. Make sure you're getting the right tires that are the 6-ply. So if you're trying to replace the OEM tires, just go somewhere like the Rocky Mountain or the Partzilla, and you'll get the right tire. The tire shop we're going to, it's a little place, you know, local here, Town and Country Tire, local in Apple Valley here, and they pretty good little shop. I say little, it's actually a pretty big shop, but you know, local business. It's nice to support a local business, and every time I've been in there, they're always taking care of me. Trailer tires, doing the quad tires, mounting them up for me, because I don't know if you've ever tried to do that yourself, but it is difficult. And they're really close. Like, I've been talking pretty much since we left the house, and we're pretty much already here. So we're gonna go ahead and get in here, and hopefully these guys can take me. Ow, that's a big bump. Hopefully these guys can take me in pretty quick, but we'll see. Well, we got lucky. They're just gonna have me back right up to the shop there, and they're gonna do it right nice for me. It's the same dude that helped me before, so that's always nice. I like it when that happens. And there we go. The boys over here at Town & Country, they do a pretty good job. Their motto, like they have a radio station ad, their motto is, you know, from hot rods to hay wagons, we do it all. That's what they say. But they do a pretty good job. They've always done good for me here. And that's it. I'm just gonna head back to the house and get these mounted back up on Dusty, and that'll probably be the end of it, because I don't know that them filters are going to be ready to put back on yet. They got to dry out. I don't think I mentioned this, you know, today is the day after Thanksgiving. It's the Black Friday. So what did you all do for Thanksgiving this year? I'm hoping everybody had a good Thanksgiving, spent time with their families, and, you know, stayed safe. Importantly, nobody did anything dumb, and everybody made it to where they were going and made it back home just fine. That would be good. You know, I'm hoping that for everybody. Wife and I, we just went down to her mom's. It was pretty nice Thanksgiving. Unfortunately, my mom, who was going to go with us, she caught the, you know, she got sick. So she had to stay home. She's doing fine. She's doing better. So she'll be fine. But unfortunately, she didn't get to go. So she did make herself her own little Thanksgiving. I'm glad she got to do that. Anyway, well, this Honda, it was your turn to go. There you go. It's the skinny pedal on the right. That's the one that makes you go. And that dude right there was lost. That's nice. It's a lovely day. What's the temperature say? 58? It feels more like 68. Honestly, it feels quite nice today. Really no wind, which is nice because, you know, desert, wind. A lovely day, lovely weather. Wasn't too bad getting out there washing all the quads, except for my whole leg just got soaked for some reason. I don't know how that happened. Okay. And we're home already. Oh, there we go. And there we are. Thanks for coming along with me on that. You know, I get a little lonely sometimes going places. Yeah, that was stupid. Oh well. I'll see you in the shop here, and we'll get these tires out and get them put back on the quad there. Yep. Oh, here we go. This looks nice. Now, they were going to go ahead and air these down to the 7 pounds for me, but I told them not to worry about it. I'd go ahead and get it. Well, I've gone ahead and, aired these down to the 7 pounds. That is the recommended tire pressure, and honestly, these ride pretty nice at 7 pounds. Well, how do you work? Oh, there it goes. You also have to pay attention to the direction, because these are directional. I found that to be slightly surprising before, but these tires are directional, so you do have to make sure. And also double check your tire shop. I told the guys they were directional. They did not have a problem with that. And they went ahead and put them on correctly. So directional means they're both rear tires, but they have to be on opposite, right? Because they're opposite sides of the quad, but they spin the same general, you know what I mean. Yep. Rollin', rollin', rollin'. Keep them doggies rollin'. Rawhide. Anybody know the rest of the words? Rain and wind and weather, they always go together. That's not right. Anyway. After we get these put on, we'll go ahead and, we'll look around the quad. Now, we've already checked out all the other quads, Check the oil. Already checked this one as well, the oil, so I'm not going to do that again. But check the oil and, looked at all the CV axles, making sure we don't have any torn CV boots, because, that was a lot of fun fixing that. Yeah. And but we'll look around this quad here when I'm done putting the wheel on. Perfect. Oh, look at that. It's no longer Captain Flat Tire. So I just like to get in here, have a look at the CV axles. CV axles, is that the right term? Just the axles. Make sure that the CV boots don't have any tears or rips in them. Have a look at all of the bolts. Make sure they're all in the places that they're supposed to be. Up under here, not really looking for anything in particular, just looking around. Look at the inside of that air box. Dang, that's dirty. Anyway, just like looking around, giving them all a once over, just to how you doing, checking the CV boots. Those look good. Also double checking, again, all the places that suspension mounts to it. We don't want stuff falling off. Check all the lights, make sure they're working. I always do that every time I wash it. Anyway, let's check on the filters. They've been under the heater now for a while. They feel pretty good. I feel like we're going to be able to put those back in. Prepping the filters to go back in the quads is really easy. If you're doing unis, you can get the uni foam filter oil. And it's really easy. You just take your inner filter and you just get a coating of this oil on here. Like so. We'll go ahead and oil them all up. And you want to oil them because the oil will hang on to the dirt. You know, it grabs it and doesn't let it go. You don't want dirt in the engine. That's a bad thing. The oil just grabs it. And you can also put the oil on the outer filter, but a lot of dust gets on the outer filter, so it will really, you know, restrict the airflow. Yeah. Get the oil on there, that's pretty good. And then what you can do with your leftover oil is you just put it away. There you go. And then from here, it's just kind of getting the outer filter back over the top of it. Do be careful you don't tear it, but I don't think I've ever torn one. And you just get it back over the top like that. Not too complicated, you know. And most of the foam filters are the same way, the no toils and things. They're not very different. I've just always used uni filters for the most part. Always had good luck with them. Never ever had an issue. So I just prefer to stick with them. Now, when I used to race, the race quad, I used a K&N filter and an outerwear's outer sock. I don't know why I used that instead of a uni or some other brand like No Toil, but that's just what I used. And again, I had good luck with it. All the races I was in, you know, when you're racing in the desert, you get a lot of dust. So after a race, that thing would be filthy. But again, the inside would be clean, just like the insides of these were all clean. And I never had an issue with dirt or anything getting in the engine that I didn't want to get in there. So, you know, whatever brand you like. I just like the unis. No specific reason other than I have always used them. All right, putting this back in, I'm going to clean off some of the dirt that fell off, and I'm not going to clean the entire inside of this box. I'm just going to clean the surface that the filter mates up to a little bit. I'm just going to grab one of the filters that goes to this rig here. And it's really easy. You just slide it onto the, you know, the place that it goes. I don't know what you call that other than the place that it goes. Get your screwdriver and tighten the screw. And you just tighten it until it's tight. You don't need to tighten it until it pinches the rubber and all that. Just need to tighten it until it's tight. There we go. Perfect. And then the airbox lid with the intake snorkel, you know, it just goes in here, just like any other Polaris. And this design really is the same as the old 500, and Ruby Sue shares this design. It's nothing new and or special. That's it. And then, ow, you hurt yourself on the cart there. Make sure that sharp edge gets you right in the back. And then we're done. So we're just going to take the seat, put the seat on, and done. So I'm going to go ahead and knock out the other 3 quads. Y'all don't need to see it. You just saw me do it here. And the other 3 are the same. It's helpful if you put it in gear. plug in the battery tender on the Ruby Zoo. Let's do that real quick. You know, I like my batteries to stay maintained. There we go. These are just the Syntec units from Harbor Freight. Yeah, I know everything in here is from Harbor Freight. I get that. But they mount to the wall and I can plug them in and they work real nice. Well, there we go. Well, I guess there it is. I guess that's going to do it for today. I know that's kind of a strange little video, but you know, that's okay. Did a couple little things, cleaned up the quads. Y'all missed that. You weren't even watching when that happened. You know, gave them a once over, did the filters in them, took the tires over and got them swapped out on Dusty there because the wife, she's aggressive on the rocks apparently. Anyway, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me today. You know, if you wouldn't mind, give me the whole subscribe, like, comment, share thing. You know, it's free. It doesn't cost anything. Just click the subscribe button. It really does help quite a bit. In the meantime, we'll see you later.